Tiny Town is a weird, fascinating, and delightful place filled with trains, animated scenes, and people, and models of places from around the world, all built over the lifetime of one man from sawdust and scraps and powered by rebuilt, repurposed appliance motors. We're headed there this afternoon to complete our exploration of Hot Springs, Arkansas. To get to Tiny Town, you head left on Whittington Avenue at the north end of Central Avenue and downtown Hot Springs.
West Mountain.
That's it. Is it this way?
Yep.
I thought it was. I thought you looked the same way. The only place I haven't discovered. From there, it's just a few blocks to Whittington Park, just across the street from Tiny Town. And there's Tiny Town Depot, the building housing Tiny Town. Let's get turned around and head back to park the car and head into Tiny Town. Also of note and just down the road and across the street from Tiny Town is Dryden Pottery, where 4 generations of local artisans have created pottery since 1946 from local quartz, clay, and special glazes. It's another popular place for visitors, and they offer public demonstration of the potter's wheel daily. But today, we're here to see Tiny Town. Let's park and check it out. Tiny Town is currently owned by 2 sons of the original creator, and one of them currently works to maintain and operate Tiny Town. Also present and helping with operation was his daughter, and it is her voice you hear showing us around Tiny Town.
And one year my grandpa liked it so much that he decided he didn't really want to pack it away. He just kind of moved it out in the garage. It got bigger and bigger. And me and my dad, that's my dad out there, we like to laugh and say that we think it kind of got out of hand. That's up in Allentown, Pennsylvania. It's called Dorney Park. And my grandpa went there as a little boy. It was real special to him. And so he was a wood carver. He carved all the horses and all the little people. In fact, most of the people you see in Tiny Town are hand carved by him. And there, Donnie and Marie Osmond, Sammy Davis Jr. standing up there. As you go around, there's buttons you can push. A lot of places you can kind of interact with it. Yeah, who would push the button? Yes, ma'am, the little man back there shooting at the shooting gallery. People eat their lunch. They're some of the oldest figures in Tiny Town. They were carved out using a dentist drill, and they have tiny little wires in them that make them all go. Underneath Tiny Town, there's 18 motors that make everything run. That's priced in the Ozarks up in Eureka Springs. We actually have scenes in here from 22 states. A lot of times my grandpa would go on vacation and he would see something, and he would get all inspired and say, I want to make that in Tiny Town.
Tiny Town was created by the late Frank Moshinskie, beginning when he was 13 years old and continuing throughout his lifetime. The town is built from scrap materials and covered with sawdust. The animated scenes are an eclectic mix of places inspired by places Moshinskie visited around the world and are populated by figures of famous and not so famous people, hand-carved by Moshinskie. In 1962, Moshinskie moved Tiny Town from his native Baton Rouge to Hot Springs, Arkansas, where it is currently located. He continued to operate and add to Tiny Town over about 60 years until his death in 1998. My sister and I visited Tiny Town as kids and were lucky enough to meet Frank Moshinskie, who was still operating Tiny Town at the time. Since his death, Tiny Town has been maintained and repaired, but nothing has been added. It was a fascinating place to visit as a kid, and is still worth the price of admission today, which I believe was about $8 for adults at the time of this video.
Farm there.
One of the highlights of our visit was when they turned off the lights just before we left and showed us Tiny Town at night.
This little neighborhood right here is a replica of the neighborhood that my dad grew up in down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. My grandma was from Louisiana. And so that's how they wound up in Baton Rouge, and then they moved up here.
Tiny Town is located at the base of West Mountain and Hot Springs, and before leaving the area we decided to take the scenic drive up to the lookout on West Mountain. The entrance to West Mountain Drive is just a couple of blocks from Tiny Town. Let's enjoy the drive up West Mountain. The view at the overlook at the top of West Mountain is another that I remember from visiting as a kid, but I was disappointed to find that the vegetation had grown up over the years and the view was no longer as good as it once was. We decided to head down the mountain and check out another overlook along the way to see if it was better. This one was better, but still not what it once was. We continued down the mountain on West Mountain Drive and exited at the opposite end onto Prospect Avenue, where we headed west toward Lake Hamilton for dinner at Fisherman's Wharf Steak and Seafood on the lake. Our route took us back over to Highway 270, where we came into town yesterday, and then back over to Highway 7 and out to Lake Hamilton.
In 1 mile, keep right onto Central Avenue.
Fisherman's Wharf sits just off Highway 7 on Lake Hamilton, and the turn into the parking lot is easy and straightforward, although our GPS for some reason turned us left early and routed us along a back road behind a hotel to the parking. Happens sometimes. Fisherman's Wharf is actually located on the water, and there are boat docks for boaters who would like to stop in for a meal. We parked in the parking lot and headed down the stairs to the restaurant. It was late afternoon, and after entering, we were quickly seated and handed their extensive menu for us to peruse. The menu began with an extensive choice of appetizers, oysters, shrimp, soups, and chowders, as well as sandwiches. The menu continued with seafood favorites and crab legs, followed by steak, chicken, and shrimp dishes, and even seafood tacos. There was an extensive menu of salads and choices of sides, a kids menu, and even a special lunch menu available. After placing our order, I had a look around while my sister cleared her eyes from all that menu reading.
Happy with the sides I chose, and then the hush puppies will just be kind of an extra little.
There were a couple more sections of seating inside the restaurant, as well as outdoor seating by the lake. This day was hot, and the outside seating was a bit noisy from the giant fans used to keep the patrons cool. There was also a dedicated bar inside the building. I ordered clam chowder and a half a dozen oysters from the menu as appetizers. We both ordered grouper Oscar as our main entree. The food was all good and quite filling. But I still couldn't resist dessert when we realized that there was German chocolate cake. How's the grouper?
Good. Very good. Not sure I can get through it.
We took a quick drive out by Magic Springs, the amusement park in Hot Springs, before returning to our hotel for the evening. Tomorrow, we're leaving Hot Springs and driving Scenic Highway 7 north to Russellville, Arkansas. But that's the subject of the next video as we continue our road trip to Branson, Missouri, the long way. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, would you hit the thumbs up, share it with friends, and leave us a comment to let us know your thoughts? We invite you to join us on our website at findushere.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. Meanwhile, check out this video next for more travel fun. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our new content. Your subscription is always free, helps us grow the channel, and is always greatly appreciated.